Here's my review on the reanult twizy 80, my first week so far. Since we want to run a green operation, wanted to cut down the cost of fuel. So far, here are my thoughts. The battery life is about 80 kilometers, 50 miles. It's pretty good. It works just well for my commute. The daily commute is about 30 miles every day, so I charge it every day. Goes up to 100%. The ride is pretty stiff. Look at the suspension. Sort of like a go-kart suspension, so it's pretty stiff. But since most of the time you're riding alone, this actually makes it for a sporty ride. It's pretty fun. Speed-wise, it's okay. It's not gonna win any quarter-mile competition, but it works just fine for a regular commute. It's not hot. It doesn't need air conditioning, depending on where you live. But right now it's about 70 F, and so you don't need any air conditioning, or you don't need any heater. So that works just fine. Comfort is pretty good. The seats are pretty stiff. You can only move these back and forth. There's no movement on your back, but that works just fine. Visibility once you're in, let me show you. It is just fine. There's plenty room to check your view mirrors. This actually feels more like a motorcycle more than a car, since you don't have a rear view mirror here. But the space, see, you can actually ride with your hands extended on each side. There's not a lot of features. There's only, really basic stuff: lights, turning signal, hazards, drive and reverse and neutral on this side, and wipers on this side. There's a locking console here. This one doesn't lock, so you keep basically your jacket there in case it rains. Other than that, there's your gas pedal, brake pedal, no clutch for people who ask. There's no gears since it's an electric car. It only goes from 0 to about 2,500 RPM, and that's about it. And what I find most interesting about this is that when you drive this car, you remove everything that you know about driving cars. You're not trying to pass a lot of people. You basically know what you have, and you're not going to win again any competition. So it removes that idea that you have to just go fast and get home fast, or get to the office really fast. It's just, you go at your own pace, and when you get there, you get there. It also has a nice feature on the dial that is going to show you how much range you have based on the consumption you have been doing, and that makes it for a fun little challenge or game, sort of. So when you're driving, you're always trying to match, how many more miles I can get out of the battery, how much more efficient I can drive. So you don't need to brake as much because the car is always on drive, and so it keeps that momentum going. And so if you don't brake, it's actually gonna recharge the battery, and that way it's gonna make it more efficient. Then on the back, I have the cargo version, so there's no seat, but actually I removed the plastic cover. Makes it for a second passenger there. I normally take my dog. What else? So far it's basically very reliable. There's a lot of moving parts, so that makes it for a very efficient and simple to use car. And here's the back door for the cargo version, so that way you can access the car from the back. So that makes it for my first week review of the reanult twizy.